Alright, what's going on guys? Gino checking back in for another video today. It is the 18th of November and it's 11:36 AM. Just came back home from my girlfriend's house and I had a very relaxing weekend. I had a refeed day on Saturday, which is pretty much just my regular pizza and Netflix kind of day. Generally when I have a refeed day, I like to get a meal that I really look forward to. So that can be a pizza or just going out to eat and having a pretty high carb, very tasty meal that obviously fits my macros as well, but I like to get something that I actually look forward to now that I have the capacity to have a lot more carbs on that day. I just got back home, already ate my breakfast for the day, read a book, and I'm going to be starting to do my check-ins for the day. This is Monday, which is the official check-in day that I have with pretty much all of my clients, so it's a very busy day for me. And at the moment we are 1 week out from the photo shoot. And I'll post a clip on the screen from the night of my refeed day where I did a little physique check, and I wanted to see how I'm reacting to the carbs that I'm putting in my body. Especially now that I'm 1 week out from the shoot, I want to see how my body is responding to the carbs and how many carbs I'm going to be eating leading up to the shoot, or how much I am able to eat without really spilling over. I already have a general idea from previous experience with my competition, but of course it's always trial and error, and I just wanted to see how I can strategize my carb intake to look my best for the photo shoot. So I had around 500 to 525 grams of carbs on Saturday. The next day I looked kind of watery, but that is usually the case for me after a refeed day. But the next day, and that's actually today, 2 days after the refeed, I looked very tight, very full, and that is pretty much my best look. So what I think I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be carbing up for 2 days straight, which is basically the same that I did for my competition, and have a moderate high carb day on Sunday, and then on Monday I'm going to be having a moderate to high carb day, and then the day after that I will be having my show. I'm not going to be doing any depletion, I'm not going to be doing any sodium or water hydration manipulation or whatever. If you're natural, you don't have to pay too much attention to all of those things. If you're lean enough, you just simply have to carb up wisely and in time to look your best on the shoot. Right, so I've done a couple of check-ins right now. It's 12:34 PM at the moment and it's time for the pre-workout meal. Alright, so here is the pre-workout meal. I have 450 grams of scare vanilla flavor right here, with 2 plain rice cakes cracked up and mixed in together. 1 whole apple, which came down to 175 grams of apple, and yes, I weigh my apples, along with bananas and any other fruit, only when I'm cutting though. 1 cup of black coffee with some sweetener, and I had 1 piece of 85% dark chocolate. Right, I'm not gonna lie, sometimes what I like to do, which actually tastes amazing, trust me, is dip some coffee into my bowl. Especially since this is vanilla flavored yogurt. It's amazing. So right now I'm going to be doing some check-ins, have the second meal of the day as my pre-workout meal, and then take you guys to the gym for an upper body workout. Alright, what is going on everybody, and welcome to the commentary portion over this workout, my upper body bench press workout. Now, you're seeing me here warming up for my bench press. The way that I approach my warm-ups, and the way you should probably also approach your warm-ups, is to linearly build up in weight and linearly decrease the amount of reps that you're doing. So that means that, for example, I start off with the bar for 20 reps. Then I move up to 40 kilograms, which is 10 kilograms per side, and perform 10 reps. Then go up to 60 kilograms to 5 reps. Move up to 80 kilograms to 3 or 5 reps, depending on how I feel. Then I move up to 100 kilograms and I do that for 1 rep. And then afterwards I move up to my working set of, in this particular workout, 110 kilograms. And then I go for 3 sets of 5 to 8 reps. Now I've explained my full programming in I believe the 2 previous photoshoot vlogs, so be sure to check those out if you want to have more detailed information about my programming and how I'm getting stronger while I'm losing body fat. And as a surprise, I've gotten even stronger during this particular workout again, even though that I'm lighter week by week. Like I said, I mentioned this before, but it all comes down to programming your exercises correctly. Alright, I'm not doing too much volume that I'm actually inhibiting my recovery capacity in between my workouts. I'm only doing, for the majority of all of my exercises, 3 sets per exercise. Alright, I have 3 upper body days in the week.
So it wouldn't be wise for me to do 4 sets on every single exercise, which would probably put me at like 30 sets per week per muscle group. That's way too much. If you want to know more about training volume and how to plan your volume in order to make the most amount of progression from week to week, check out my video on how much training volume you need, which will be in the cards and the description box down below. So after the bench press, I moved on to the close grip lat pull down. Now what I typically like to do is alternate between close grip pull downs and normal lat pull downs. Now my preference actually goes to the close grip since I feel it way more in my lats. And that is particularly because you can perform shoulder extension a lot better when your elbows are in front of the body, compared to the regular lat pull down where you're actually more so focusing on shoulder adduction. So what I really like to focus on for this particular exercise is to bring my elbows to my hips. Right, you have lots of different cues that you can use to activate the lats to your best capability. You can focus on pulling your elbows to the floor. You can focus on putting your shoulder blades in your back pocket. There are a lot of cues, but what I typically personally always like to use is to pull my elbows towards my hips. Then I moved on to the incline dumbbell press, my go-to favorite exercise for the upper chest. Again, the easiest way to set up for this exercise is to retract and depress the scapula before you lay down on the bench with the dumbbells. So I put my shoulder blades in position, kick back the dumbbells, get them to the starting position. From that point on, I press the weights up, focusing on not pressing them together to keep the tension on the chest musculature, and then go through the exercise. Especially with dumbbell press variations, you need to ensure that your setup is safe and effective. Right, I see a lot of people just kicking back the dumbbells one by one and either already pressing them up in the air or just doing a lot of things that can be pretty unsafe and dangerous in the long run. So ensure that you start off safe, create a stable base for your exercises, which allows you to make more progress down the road. And of course, prevent injury. Then I moved on to the T-bar rows. Now, in case you guys have been a longer subscriber of the channel, I normally never did any type of quote-unquote compound movement for my back. But ever since this last training cycle, I've been implementing T-bar rows in my first upper body workout of the week. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm already noticing quite a lot of difference. And this is most likely due to just me targeting more of my back musculature, which activates the muscles a lot more, allowing them to be a lot more visible. And you'll see this later on in this video in a quick little physique update, but so far I'm truly loving the T-bar row. And what I really like to focus on here is that I'm not standing too upright, since obviously when you stand upright you're basically just shrugging the weight up, and I want to focus purely on scapular retraction. So to end the workout I did 2 bicep exercises and 2 tricep exercises. Now typically I have a very basic exercise selection. I always pick an exercise that primarily targets the long head of the triceps. In order to accomplish this, you only need to do an exercise that allows you to have your arms above your head, which puts your shoulder in a flexed position, which then results in you being able to stimulate the long head of the triceps maximally. Alright, so you can do this with skull crushers, close grip bench presses, dumbbell overhead extensions, or just a simple cable overhead extension. Again, I have videos on how to train the biceps and the triceps as best as you can, so be sure to check those out on my channel as well for a more detailed instruction on how to grow these particular muscle groups. You don't need 8 exercises per workout, distribute your volume evenly, know the specific angles and biomechanical aspects that you need to apply in your movements, and you are set for big triceps. Same for biceps. I started this one off with a Bayesian cable curl. Now what I really want you guys to try out is to lean into the curl. I've seen this one in the video from Jeff Nippert, trained together with Menno Henselmans, who ultimately popularized the Bayesian cable curl, or the Bayesian curl in general. And when you lean in, you are better able to also utilize a little bit of shoulder flexion, which is also partially responsible for stimulating the long head of the biceps. Right, I've been trying this out for a couple of weeks and I noticed a tremendous difference in terms of my biceps activation. And then lastly, I moved on to hammer curls with 2 unilateral ropes, and that is pretty much it for this entire workout. Again, I also did some side raises, some face pulls and some chest flies, but couldn't really record those. So anyway, that is it for this video guys, and enjoy the rest of the vlog.
Alright guys, as you can see, I'm currently outside taking a little walk to up my step intake for the day, or my step output I mean. When I got home I had my post-workout meal, which was just the basic potatoes, chicken and broccoli. Very bro meal, but it gets the job done. I always add some sauce to kind of spice the meal up and make it more tasty. So like I said, I'm making some steps right now. I'm currently at 5,000 steps and I want to get around 6,000 or 7,000 to just burn some extra calories, man. As I mentioned in the previous video, all the small little things that I can do right now to speed up the process can really help in the short term. And what I always like to do when I'm taking walks outside, so not when I'm on a cardio machine because I then really need my heavier music, but when I'm outside I like to listen to some podcasts, pretty much just from any kind of informative topic that I want to learn a lot more from. The difference between doing cardio outside and doing cardio inside is just outside makes it a lot easier to empty your mind. It's more relaxing and you can actually zone in more into what you're listening. Alright, good morning guys, it is the next day. It's 7:45 a.m. at the moment. Just got done brushing my teeth and so forth. I'm going to be doing a little morning walk. Once again, 2 walks within 24 hours, just for about like 15 to 20 minutes. For those of you that have trouble falling asleep at night or have sleep issues in general, try to get more sunlight exposure in the earliest part of the day, or in a earlier part of the day. This puts your circadian rhythm in place and it signals your body that it's time to wake up in the morning and that it's time to sleep at night. So also some things like minimizing the amount of blue light that you use at night, so your phone, your laptop, anything that's pretty much electronical. Can help your body to produce more melatonin, which signals your body that it's time for bed. We'll be walking for a couple of more minutes, then it's breakfast time. Alright guys, so here is the usual breakfast bowl of the day. 80 grams of cream of wheat, 30 grams of whey, 20 grams of cacao powder mixed in with hot water, 2 bananas which came down to 165 grams of bananas, 20 grams of peanut butter, some cinnamon and some sea salt, the legendary breakfast bowl, the legendary sandwich of Nutella, my morning coffee and some water to get hydrated. Alright, and that is all for this video guys. I sincerely hope you all enjoyed. If you did, please be sure to smash the like button because it truly helps out the channel grow. Comment down below and subscribe to the channel and turn post notifications on for so much more content coming really soon. I'm out guys and peace out. See you in the next one.